Welcome to the 25th Focus Ministries recap. The year began with Luke and Kelsey Pepple bringing their delightful small group to the Ezra House, where they had a little ski retreat, and we enjoyed time together sharing with them. But we were never more grateful than when we got to leave Pagosa and head to our trailer paradise down in Casa Grande. This is a current picture of that trailer. Before we arrived, though, we stopped in Burton, where Bay preached at the little church, the little cowboy church that his grandpa started years ago. And then we headed on down for our meeting with you, which is always a highlight for us. While we were in this board meeting, 24 men from Clovis, New Mexico, and Waypoint Church came for a ski retreat and also stayed at the Ezra House. And we ended the month at Bay speaking at Ambassadors Church in Tucson. When February arrived, Peg flew to Dallas, where she spoke at Stateside Summit, a conference for women speaking in ministry from all over the world. Always a delight to hear these gals worship. And then we headed to Sorsogon in the Philippines. We traveled with Theo and Randy Griffin, friends of ours from Indiana. And we spoke in a number of churches, combined our talents, did pastors and wives conferences, were very well received by the people. And this one little church I kind of stuck in here to show you we had to walk in the rain, but what a sweet little fellowship at the top of that hill. Highlight for me was speaking to this group of moms who have kids in the Compassion International ministry. They spoke in a number of what they call barangays, the poorer villages, where we not only fed the people spiritually, but fed them physically by giving them a bag of rice. And many came to the Lord, including this mayor from this particular barangay. The time in Philippines ended at Sorsogon State University, where we laid the groundwork for upcoming ministry with Joe in 2026. In March, we went to Idaho to Rick and Nancy's church, where we did a marriage retreat. We raised our eyebrows a little bit at that game, but oh, what fun Bay and I had with all the young couples that were in attendance at this retreat. Well planned, well organized, and again, just a whole lot of fun. Before we started driving south, Bay spoke at Roundup Cowboy Church in Texas, and we ended the month on vacation on a beach, which you know is my great love. We kept heading south and east in April, where we stopped and visited a number of friends and supporters we hadn't seen in some time along the way, landing in Franklin, Tennessee at Tom and Pam's, where Bay spoke at Ramsey Solutions to the staff during chapel. From there to Woodmont Baptist Church in Florence, Alabama, where we also mentor a young couple that has become very dear to us. And on to Oklahoma, where we've invested in some land with our friends Paul and Shelley Hudson before heading home in May. May is normally a quiet month, but it wasn't this year for me, as I headed to Southern Gables Church in snowy Denver, Colorado, then straight down to Prescott Pines Camp in Arizona, where I spoke at a women's conference, and our Martha led the worship. From there, I came straight down to Phoenix, flying to Miami, and was able to speak on the first ever Thrive conference aboard a cruise ship, where we had a number of women that came and joined us from Central America and South America. So summer officially began. We hosted this young couple for a month in the Ezra House. They were just needing a break from outdoor adventures, their ministry with inner city fatherless boys. They're also producing a film called Show Me Your Glory. And Bay flew to Billings, Montana, where he spoke in the church and did an evangelism seminar before coming home and preparing for more guests. We had two young couples, both on their honeymoon and interested in going for a horseback ride that Bay took. Great counseling on horseback. And then I flew to Living Waters Bible Camp in Eastern Maine. I posted the schedule for you to see. because I was sick and had to do 3 full sessions on Saturday, and yet God showed his faithfulness. July brought us family. All but 3 came to celebrate with us our 50th wedding anniversary, and we made some sweet and precious memories with our kids and our grands. The Blackwells came from Texas, and she's not pictured here, but he so enjoyed riding with Bay. Martha came with her mom and dad, who have been experiencing a lot of health issues, and boy, did they enjoy just sitting and enjoying the time at Bourne. My friend Cindy from here in Phoenix came with her 2 daughters, and they enjoyed time at the Ezra House for almost 2 weeks. August was filled with company. The Powers came from Canada, spent several days with us, just enjoying some rest and relaxation, and then took us to some incredible concerts at the Red Rocks. The Hudsons joined us at staying at Grandma's house for several days, helping around the place, but we also did some great sightseeing with them in parts of Colorado that Bay and I had not been to. When we got back, the McQuestians joined us from Fowler, Colorado, dear supporters and good friends of ours for many years. Mandy sent us her nephew and his 3 friends on their way to Embry-Riddle. And then probably our best supporters, the Campbells, joined us from Texas. Hadn't been away from their kids for a long time, so they got to have just some time by themselves. Oh, we've made it to fall, and the Cooper Lopez's came. Nicole is Carol's niece. Then we got some friend time with Tiger and Leslie, our adopted son David, his fiancée Amy. We got some time with Mary and Chris on horseback, and I got to take Allison kayaking and give her a little break. We were also joined by 3 couples from the East Coast, and then I took my life in my hands flying to Eastern Montana Bible Camp in Glendive, Montana. It is in the middle of nowhere, as you can see, but those ladies were hilarious. This group sat on the front row, held up a tarp in case I would spit, but they were so much fun. We were joined by this couple, the Johnsons, also from Fowler, who came for a getaway. October did show up in all of her glory, and with her came some friends of ours from Amarillo that we had been on the Israel trip together with, and they so enjoyed being in colorful Colorado. This is the Mocs. The Mocs are missionaries in Ukraine. They had not taken a furlough in 10 years, but happened to show up when John and Clara Spencer were also with us, and what fun we had, relaxing together, enjoying and fellowshipping with one another. From there, I packed my bags for 20 days with Asmira, starting in Malta, yes, where Paul was shipwrecked, and we served women from mostly Europe in that retreat. And from there, I ended up in Cyprus. Cyprus, we served missionary women primarily from the Middle East. We had quite a few from Israel, but such a diverse group of women. And there's one story in particular about this gal named Elena that I will try to share with you later, but such a sweet, sweet time together. After a few days at home, Bay and I headed to Kenya, where we were involved in ministry and some family fun. We began ministry in the slums of Nairobi, Mathare Valley, built on an old garbage dump, where we did kind of a Bible club with the kids and fed them the word and mandazis, then had a sweet time of fellowship at the church that Focus helped to plant up at the top of the hill under a tent. And here's just a few pictures of us ministering to the children, Babe preaching to the church. It has grown by quite a bit. They serve a lot of marginalized people. And here we are. We've been giving clothes to some of the parishioners. This sweet, sweet woman, her name is Fresha, a former prostitute who shared her story with us, just weeping. And then we got to do some Bible studies, or Bay did, along the highway with the maize men as they sold their corn, and the picky drivers, motorcycle taxi drivers, also up at the top of the hill. I spoke to several grandmas at a home Bible study before our kids joined us. Our girls had a great time enjoying some of the places they remembered from when they lived in Kenya when they were young. Just wanted to show you a few of those pictures from safari, but we landed back in Phoenix in December, just in time for our grandson Hayden to propose to his girlfriend Kate, Ethan to win his esports tournament in the whole western part of the U.S., and Bay to speak in Snowflake at the Baptist Church there, but we will be going back again this coming March. But what a great year for our 25th year, and to be able to just fully engage in sharing Jesus.